Dancing, dancing, dancing. Ow.
Ow.
That's good stuff, sir.
Oh, yes.
That's our new theme song.
I was practicing.
That's good. You have clearly been practicing quite a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, it is episode number 17 of the No Holds Barred podcast with Justin and Nick. And remember, we are bigger than you in some places.
Yes.
Now,
in some places. My
some
spike
places.
is bigger than yours, but that's about it.
But that's about it. And everything else is smaller. We have got another jam-packed episode of the No Holds Barred podcast for you this time. We wanted to start by just saying a thank you to everybody that's taken the time to watch certain parts of our No Holds Barred 3-hour podcast extravaganza.
Just say thank you for anybody who listens to our sorry asses
Just
sit here and babble on for an hour.
Exactly. Just
thank you.
Just thank you to anybody who takes pity on us poor bastards trying to make it in this podcast game. We've made almost $2 whole.
Ooh.
I know. It's almost enough.
We got a coffee.
It's almost enough for a large raspberry frozen lemonade at Tim Hortons, which is fantastic. Hey, Tim Hortons, sponsor the podcast. That'd be great. So yeah, just again, thank you very much for everybody that's taken the time to listen to that. I think what we're going to do because of that, since that generated a decent number of listens, all taken together.
Yeah.
I think what we'll do is, for the purposes of our YouTube podcasts anyways, is probably split the podcasts up into multiple videos.
I think people would like that.
I think the general idea here, I think, is a person's going to be more willing to at least watch 1 half-hour video.
Yeah, or a little bit less than
just
a half hour.
Just less than.
It's a lot for. An hour is a lot for somebody to commit to.
Exactly, especially on YouTube, where it's like it's a video and everything. Like podcasts that you download on iTunes, you just put it on in the background and you just go, right? Like people, I guess, are less willing to do that with a YouTube video. So, in any case, I think that's what we'll end up doing. So this will be probably the first podcast that's split into at least 2 pieces, depending how long we go. Maybe it'll be split into 3. Who knows?
Possibly.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So it's episode number 17 of the No Holds Barred podcast,
and we're just getting started.
We'll
now.
see you later.
Bye.
Have a great day. It's about 7:00 local time here in beautiful Nova Scotia, which is where we do our podcast. So it's a little later than usual. We had a tiny bit of a clusterfuck trying to get this thing going.
Me and my infinite technical wisdom. I'm like, hey, I'm going to go down and buy a video switch because I want to have like multiple camera angles here. So I go down to the handy dandy store. So I'm like, they're on sale. Yoink. Pick it up, bring it up here. We have a Avert Media connector which goes into the computer via USB, and that is basically what we used before for our gameplays to capture with.
You mean our world-famous Borderlands 2 Let's Play?
Yes, which we haven't done any more of.
No, we
haven't
abandoned it
really
after
seen.
like 20 episodes.
Yeah, I know. Which is horrible.
But at least we made it to Sanctuary.
At least we made it to Sanctuary, which is good. Anyways, back to the story. I plug everything in, gear everything up.
No, fuck your story. Borderlands. No, sorry, go ahead.
We plug it into the computer. The computer's like, bum. It recognizes the AV media player. I'm like, okay. Go to Ustream. We try and load stuff up. Blank screen. I'm like...
And we collectively go,
Yeah. Because I have my computer here... which is another story. I tried to connect to Wi-Fi on my computer, and it's like not in range, even though there's 4 fucking bars.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is horrible.
It's 4 bars, and it's picking up the Wi-Fi signal, and it's just like, nope, this doesn't exist. It's like, but
I don't get it.
You're contradicting yourself.
So, long story short,
No, sir. Short story long.
Short story long. Oh, long.
It's always long. Sorry, go ahead. We get so off track sometimes. It's kind of crazy.
I plugged the old camera back in. As you can see, it's the exact same camera angle.
We're waving to everybody on our Ustream right now.
Maybe a little bit off. And what I had that was going to be set up is basically going back to the source to get my money back. And yeah. We ended up having to reboot your laptop too because it wasn't picking up the camera.
Exactly,
first. The old camera that worked.
Yeah, the camera that has been working for however many hours and hours and hours of podcasts that we've done. Then it just decided, nope. You know what? You tried to use something else. Fuck you. You can suck my technological dick. And we were just like, okay. So then we had to restart the laptop, and then it finally worked.
Yeah.
So we're happy that our current camera has taken us back. Forgave us for trying to cheat on it.
Yay.
But we'll probably try again.
Most likely.
Oh yeah.
Always trying to
get away with something.
Always trying.
A little bit earlier in this podcast, I was like, "Hey, we do this podcast from beautiful Nova Scotia. Today is fucking beautiful Nova Scotia."
It was. Oh yeah. I mean, this week has been beautiful.
This week's been really good, but like today especially is just like, oh my god, it's just so gorgeous outside.
Even yesterday when we had the shit rain.
Yeah,
that was
true.
Warm.
It was absolutely. For those of you that don't know, who aren't in Nova Scotia or don't really give a shit, we're going to tell you anyway. Today is just like, it's perfect golf weather. Like it's only like 20, 21 degrees. There's a real nice breeze. There's barely a cloud in the sky anymore. It rained a little bit this morning, but it is just absolutely gorgeous in B-Dub, Nova Scotia, the TOB, the town of Bridgewater, or the Thugs of Bridgewater, if you prefer. There's only 2 thugs in Bridgewater, and it's Justin and Nick on the No Holds Barred podcast. I kind of dress like a thug sometimes. Anyways, not my pants don't hang around my asshole though, because I'm a fat guy, so that doesn't really work. Yeah, so it's just absolutely gorgeous weather. And yeah, it's been pretty good. It was really hot this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh god, this weekend was terrible. Like well, you know, because you were kind enough to come in, drive in, and pick me up. But I was helping a friend of mine move this weekend, and it was literally the easiest move you could possibly do because it was 2 doors down from the old apartment, the same floor, the same building. Like it's literally the easiest thing you could possibly do. I wouldn't have even had to get dressed to do this move. Like I could have just been fucking buck naked through the halls. It was just like
we're paid to see that.
Exactly. It's our whole podcast audience would have paid me to see that. And I would have been singing Wild Wild West while I was doing it. This is just an aside to anybody that hasn't watched part 6 of the 3-hour podcast extravaganza. You might want to do that because I rap some Will Smith.
Go right to the end of it.
Oh, it's great.
You'll listen.
It's pretty fucking awesome.
It is awesome. You rocked it.
I did. Anyways, yeah. So I was helping a friend of mine move, and her apartment building was a goddamn sauna. Like it was just terrible. And I'm a fat guy. I don't do well in heat at all.
Oh, I imagine.
Like this time of year is just like the Holocaust to me. Like it's terrible.
Like even driving in, I had to have the windows down.
Yeah.
It's just like it was horrible.
Which, by the way, I'm sporting a casualty of war from the drive back. I have a little sunburn on the side of my arm.
Do you? Nice.
Just from having my arm on the side.
Along with the battle wound scratch.
Yeah, the battle
which you got somehow.
Which is actually currently bleeding at this moment, and I have no idea how that's happening. But anyways, I digress, and I digest because I just ate. But yeah, so I was helping a friend of mine move, and there was a ton of us that was helping, including a guy that she wants to bang. But anyways, and a guy she's going on a date with tonight, and they're 2 different people.
Oh, really?
So, hooray!
Nice.
Hooray! Hooray! So, I mean, at the very least, it was fun, and I got a free supper out of it, and the people that she rooms with are really nice, and they have 5 cats who are crazy.
You got a free supper, and you got crappy Coors Light.
Yeah, I got. it's like, it's etiquette when you're helping somebody move that they at least provide you some beer.
Yeah.
So they did, and they had cans of Coors Light, and I was like, usually I don't mind Coors Light. I'm not a huge beer fan in any case, but like I don't mind Coors Light. And I just opened this one up, and like the first 2 drinks of it was okay, and the third one was just like fucking Skunk City. Oh, it was bad. It wasn't good, and it's not their fault. They didn't know it was fucking skunky beer, but
well,
apparently that's what it was.
Coors Light to me, it's just not good.
No,
I don't enjoy Coors Light at all.
But speaking of beers, you are about to bear witness or listeningness or whatever it is that you're happening to digest this podcast. Yeah, my name's Justin. We are going to engage in a no holds barred taste test.
Ooh.
We have a brand new beer here with us, and if you're on the Ustream, I'm going to hold this up to the camera. This is Rickards Shandy.
Rickards Shandy Chris Lager with lemonade. 341 milliliters to 4.5% alcohol.
Exactly. So this is kind of just a light little like summer. Don't you do it? I know what you want to do. You want to read the ingredients. Save it till the end. Save it till the end of the podcast.
There's no ingredients though.
Oh.
Rickards Shandy. This time-honored beverage of Rickards Premium Lager and Classic Lemonade is best served with great weather and even better friends.
Oh, shit. Well, I should have gotten somebody else to come over. Zing! And Nick is stifled. No. Yeah, so Rickards Shandy. It looks like it's kind of ingredients. Beer. Lemonade.
Beer, lemonade, water, lemon extract, cane sugar, concentrated lemon juice, lime extract.
Contains
barley.
Then it gets into the French ones, and we know Nick's not going to attempt the French ones.
Sugar something, contract lime something.
Molson.
Rickards Shandy, TM, MC, Molten, Canada, something 2005 barcode.
Barcode. Nice. So we are going to crack these open right now. I don't know if they're twist tops. They might be. I've got an opener, so whatever. Is it a twist off? Apparently it's a twist off. Nick made that discovery. So now, on the count of 3, we are each going to take a swig and give our professional opinions of Rickards Shandy. 3, 2.
Wait, is it on the count of like 3 to 1 to go, or are we taking the sip on 1?
I'll go 3, 2, 1, and go.
And then
we drink
right on go.
We drink
or
on
after go.
We drink on go.
Then how are you going to say go?
I'm going to say go, and then you drink.
Okay.
Who's on first? I hate you. What does this thing say here about better friends? Can I get some?
Union made.
Oh, jeez, it's Union. It's a Union beer.
Oh God.
All right, sir.
We're going Union.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. My beer made a funny noise when I drank it. That's all right. That's not bad. You don't taste a ton of the lemonade. Like, it doesn't have a lemonade-y taste. It's got like a beer taste that you spilled a little bit of lemonade into.
You know what it reminds me of?
What's that?
Take 7-Up and put it in Budweiser.
Really?
Yes. It tastes almost exactly like that.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Well, there you go, kids. Take some 7-Up, put it in your dad's Budweiser, and once he's done yelling at your mom, take a sip. And see what it tastes like. And that is what Rickards Shandy apparently tastes like to our good friend Nicholas.
Yeah.
I pulled my headphone cord there. That's the first time in a few weeks I've done that. I like it. It's I don't think it's quite as good as the Bud Lime, because I'm a pretty big fan of that. But
I mean, Bud Lime is pretty good.
Yeah.
For light beer.
Exactly. Rickards Shandy, you get a passing grade, I believe, from the No Holds Barred podcast.
You do.
It's not phenomenal, but it's good.
It's
Right
It's
on.
not something to write home about, but it's not something to pour down the drain either.
Exactly. Again, we say it's like my sex life, no standing ovations, but no hysterical laughter.
Exactly.
Maybe a little hysterical laughter. Anyways, so this is Nick's on a fly killing expedition over here.
Got him.
Nailed it. Moving on the No Holds Barred podcast. Obviously, some pretty big news that happened around here. It didn't happen directly to us, but I got to see at least a little part of it, and I got to see the finals of it. Was our beloved Halifax Mooseheads, for the first time in franchise history, and franchise history being 19 years, they're founded in 94.
Ever.
The Halifax Mooseheads, first of all, beat the Baie-Comeau Drakkar in the final series of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League playoffs to win the President's Cup for the first time in team history, which is great. And then, of course, they went on to the Memorial Cup as the Quebec League champions and won the Memorial Cup.
Finally time,
baby. Beat the Portland Winterhawks in the Memorial Cup final and beat them. I think it was 7-4 or 6-4 or something like that. Really good game. And I mean, Halifax, you really felt like Halifax, if Halifax was ever going to win a championship, it was going to be this year. Because you look at, like, they have two of the top three junior hockey players in the world in Nate McKinnon and Jonathan Drouin.
Right.
They had probably the best goaltender in junior hockey in Zach Fucale. He's the top ranked goaltender prospect for this year's draft, and I know Sportsnet has him ranked, I think, 27th, which would mean he would go late first round, which I think would be really, really interesting.
Wow.
To see Fucale go late first round. And I mean, again, it was huge. I went to a couple of games in the final series with my friend who I helped move, who wants to bang some guy and then go on a date with another one.
Yeah, I wish I
That
could
same
have gotten
person.
in for a few games, but
Yeah. I would have liked to have gone to more games than I did go to. But hey, at the very least, I got to see a couple and drop some dime on a nice hotel, so whatever. Just we got all this podcast money. I mean, I had to
had to use it somewhere.
I had to use it somewhere. I had to put that whole trip on the corporate account, and
maxed out the credit cards.
Maxed out the credit cards. We're brokering deals across the industry, and honestly, for my buck, major junior hockey. So you're talking the Quebec Major Junior League, the Ontario Hockey League, the Western Hockey League, anything like that, or even U.S. college hockey. It's, for my buck, it's the best hockey you're going to find anywhere on the planet, because not only are you going to see the players that are going to be the next generation of NHL players, but you can see them for $15 a night. I mean, it's
you
nothing.
Can't beat that.
Nothing beats that. Nothing. When you consider you go to a movie and you pay $10 to $12 a ticket, and it lasts for, I would say, 2 hours or so, but then like after you get like food and everything, you're up to $30-$40.
Oh yeah,
it gets fucking ridiculous.
I mean, last time I was down, I went and watched The Hangover.
Right.
I mean, which is a good movie, but I went down. It wasn't a cheap night, and everything in like the movie, large popcorn, large drink. Mind you, you get a refill with the large drink and
That's
the large
true.
popcorn.
Hell, give me the large drink and I can refill it.
Yeah, but I mean,
wow, that was actually one of the first moments where I've literally stopped you in your tracks of a story. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, because I was actually thinking about, of course you could refill it. It might not be the whole, like, fill the cup, because you'd be digesting that shit. But
dude, I think I just filled the cup.
But yeah, everything together came out to like $28.
Exactly. And when you think like you can go to a Mooseheads game for $15, get a beer, maybe 2 beers, maybe even 3 beers while you're there, and you're still not close to that. So I mean, just for my buck, it's just the best value in entertainment you can get
Oh yeah, for
in
sure.
Halifax, and it was great to see them have the parade. A lot of the fans were kind of bitching about the timing of the parade because I think they had it on like a Tuesday morning or something like that, because Nate, Jonathan, and Zach had to go to the NHL Combine, like the Combine for the draft. So like they had to go, but they didn't want to do the parade if they couldn't be there, so they had to do it on Tuesday. And everybody was like, "It's a slap in the face to the fans, man." I'm like, you're fucking idiots. Come on, be happy, be happy that your team won. Like
Yeah,
they
exactly.
played it. They played the thing on East, like they played the parade on Eastlink. Find a TV in your office somewhere and just turn it on, or watch it, stream it. Like do something, right?
Yeah.
But so I mean, people are just kind of being dicks. But anyways,
That's new.
yeah, really. But I mean, it was so cool. It was so cool to get to watch Nathan McKinnon and Jonathan Drouin and Zach Fucali and Conrad Abeltzhauser and these guys that are gonna be good NHL players, and get the chance to see them before they become really good NHL players. And it's something that 20 years down the line, I could tell my kids, like, hey, I got to see Nathan McKinnon before he was a huge star, right?
Yeah.
And I can say the same thing about Sidney Crosby, because I got to see Crosby play before he was a huge star, which was nice. Where were we?
We were talking about hockey.
We were talking about hockey. Oh, the whole reason I got into this thing.
Yes.
For those of you that have me on Facebook,
Yeah.
you would have noticed that prior to the championship game in the Memorial Cup, I said, actually, it was even prior to the playoffs in the Memorial Cup starting, I said, if the Halifax Mooseheads win the Memorial Cup, I am getting tattooed.
You did say that.
I did say that.
And I liked it.
And
so...
you did like it. And lo and behold, the Halifax Mooseheads won the Memorial Cup. So I am going to be a man of my word, obviously, and I'm going to be getting a tattoo.
Is ya?
I'm going to be getting two, because there's one that I really, really, really wanted to get for a long time, and then there's this one. I'm going to do this Mooseheads one first, because that's the one that now the people that saw that status, I've had like 3 or 4 people now already ask me like, "Hey, where's your tattoo?" And I'm like, I know. So I'm getting in touch with a tattoo artist in Halifax at Adept Tattoos by the name of Angie Doucette, who does really good work. Yeah. Who does really, really good work, and she came recommended by a couple of people. So I'm going to message her on Facebook and give her what the idea is for the tattoo, and see if she wants to do it, or if she can refer me to somebody else at Adept who would be more comfortable doing something like that. I know there's a real good artist there by the name of Chan. He's really good. So I'm going to be getting that, and the other tattoo that I wanted to get is something that Angie's definitely going to do, because I've seen some of the stuff that she has like posted on her Facebook page, like designs and stuff.
Yeah.
Really, really good, and it's like exactly along the lines of what I want. So
can you give us kind of description, not of the hockey tattoo,
right,
but of the other one that you want?
The other one that I want is something that I've kind of had in my head for a long time that I want to get, and it's a lot of the writers that I really admire and kind of take inspiration from in my own writing and stuff that I've done, wrote with quill pens, feather pens.
Okay.
So what I want to do is, and I'll show everybody on the Ustream here, on the inside of my forearm, of my right forearm, which I used to write with, I want to get a feather quill pen.
The farther you go down to the wrist, the more it's going to hurt.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No question about it. And I want to take it pretty close to the wrist, which is going to get painful. But I also have a scar here, so I got to make sure that Angie can work with scars, because she may have to work over it, because that's like a whole different ball game with tattoos, right? So we'll have to see how that goes. But that's that's the idea, and it's no color in it, it's black and white. And yeah, so I want to get that done, and some of the stuff that she's got on her Facebook page is really, really good.
Nice.
And they're really, really good, like feathers and quills and stuff like that. So it's just, I know that she's the right one to go to.
Oh yeah.
So
a little bit later on down the line, I would like to actually do a sleeve.
Yeah.
I mean, work on work on an arm, maybe 2.
Maybe 2.
Yeah,
Maybe tattoo your dick.
that's going a little bit too far.
No, man. Right along the top, just No Holds Barred podcast.
Put like a spider's web on it.
Oh, God. Fuck. Welcome to the BME Pain Olympics. Tattooing spider webs on your dick shaft.
Tattooing spider webs.
That would be terrible.
As we were talking about sports, I'm just going to throw out 2 dates here for TCW shows.
Yes, absolutely.
One date coming to you in Dartmouth Sportsplex on the 15th of June.
Yes, that's a Saturday. That's not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday.
Next Saturday, yes. As I said, Dartmouth Sportsplex, doors open at 7, runs till 10 o'clock.
Nice.
And then on Sunday the 16th, down in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia, in the Big X exhibition grounds, rain or shine. If it's shine, it's outside. If it's rain, it's inside.
And I'm currently showing everyone on our Ustream the poster for the Bridgewater show.
There you go.
Twin City Wrestling Epic Encounter. Night 1, of course, is in Dartmouth. Night 2 is in Bridgewater. That is both of those shows are going to be main evented by the TCW Heavyweight Championship being defended by the champion, Dazzling Dick Durning. Now that I can say his name right, and I'm not going to call him Durling. Dazzling Dick Durning taking on the high-flying Mr. 450 Julius Fantana.
Yes. And Bridgewater, we get something that Dartmouth doesn't get.
We get a very, very, very important and special guest.
Brody Steele.
6'8", 275 pounds. No, 6'8", 325. This guy is a fucking hoss, and he is huge. We're also going to have a TCW Tag Team Championship match between the Last Action Heroes and the R&R Express.
Yeah. So I believe you're going to both shows.
As far as I know, I'm definitely going to the Bridgewater show. I may very well be announcing the Bridgewater show. I don't know yet. I have to get in touch with Cyril Rickards and see what's going on there. I will be going to the Dartmouth show, I'm pretty sure. I know I don't work, so I should probably be going to the Dartmouth show. I don't. And another fly bites the dust. I don't know if I'll be announcing that show or not.
Well,
but
either or. I mean, sometimes it's good to go to a show as a fan.
Yeah, I would like to just
rather than actually work it. Me, I will be.
You'll be working both of them, but yeah.
I mean, at least if you come and don't announce, you can sit with me and maybe ring the bell.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, absolutely.
You're good at that shit.
Yeah. I'm good at ringing a bell.
Yes.
Match starting. Okay. Dong, 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 dong. I did a good job. Jesus. And there go all of our listeners. Insensitivity on the No Holds Barred podcast.
Jeez,
but yeah,
that's something that I haven't heard for a while.
I know, it's been a little while since I pulled out one of those lines. But yes, Twin City Wrestling, Bright Lights and Black Eyes, Epic Encounter, nights 1 and 2. Night 1 in Dartmouth on Saturday the 15th. Night 2 in Bridgewater, June the 16th. That Bridgewater show, I should remind you, is at the exhibition grounds. Oh yeah, you said. Yeah, exhibition grounds. Hopefully it'll be outdoors. If it's a day like today, it'll definitely be outdoors. And yeah, we get Brody Steele, who is just looks goddamn intimidating. So that's going to be an excellent show. We cannot wait for that. Bell time for the Bridgewater show is 6 p.m. Tickets $14, $10, and $10. You can get them same places you got them the last time: Charlie's Pizza and Cleve's Sporting Goods. As long as Cleve's actually got their tickets.
Hopefully,
which I don't know. I told you that story, didn't I?
Yeah.
So hopefully Cleve's actually got their tickets and Doug didn't have to go around breaking kneecaps or trying to. But yeah, so yeah, Twin City Wrestling, those are going to be a couple of real great shows. Hopefully I'll get to go to both of them. Definitely go to the Bridgewater one. And of course, we also have a TCW show on June the 26th, which just happens to coincide with our high school reunion.
Which kind of sucks because the doors open right when the high school reunion starts.
Oh yeah, so there's absolutely no way to go to both.
No.
So I think I'll probably have to forego the exhibition show because I mean, like I'd really like to go to the reunion.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, maybe after the show is done, I mean, the reunion might be going still on.
It could very well be.
And I might be able to come down, but I have a commitment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, 10 years, sir. 10 years since we fucking graduated high school. That's some scary ass shit right there.
Means that we're old.
It does fucking mean that we're old.
I need a nap.
You apparently do need a nap. It's 7:30. It's getting past your bedtime.
Oh.
You work tonight, don't you?
I do.
Fuck's sakes. All right.
I work, and hopefully everything will go fine, and people have keys.
Yeah, you might as well tell that story because that's a funny ass story.
Okay.
And we don't really have to say anything else about the reunion. We have our 10-year high school reunion coming up. It's going to be cool to see all the girls I wanted to fuck in high school. So that'll be awesome. Go ahead.
Saturday
and
night.
There were a lot of them.
Actually, Saturday night, Friday night. Yes, Saturday night.
Because it was Saturday.
It was the late bar rush night.
Right.
Because bars are open till 2:00 on Saturday nights.
Rah. Ribbit-a-ribbit-a-row.
So I was in, along with the front manager who was in. It was an awesome night, man. We were slinging burgers out. People were coming through ordering like 6 McDoubles and junior chickens and whatnot. And I was like, okay, I'm getting a little bit short on chicken products in the freezer. Because we have like little freezers that we bring out stuff to. So I go up front and I'm like, hey, Derek. Not our Derek.
Bernie.
Another Derek.
Right. This is not the Derek from the famous Bernie story.
I'm like, I need your keys. I need to go to the freezer and get some chicken. He's like, looked into his pockets, reached into his pockets. So like, shit, I don't have my keys. I'm like, okay.
Oh, fuck.
So we go back to the have a storage area where there's like a key rings,
right,
and shit like that. Normally there's a spare set,
okay,
but somebody's taken the spare set.
It was me.
I know. So we like scrambling around. In the meantime, people were coming through and ordering like chicken products and shit like that.
Right.
So it came to the time where we ran out of certain things. Like a lot of certain things.
Like pretty much everything besides Thousand Island dressing and onions.
Yeah. So basically...
Which is okay because you can still make the Big Mac sauce.
Yeah. So 3 o'clock rolled around and we didn't have like most of the breakfast stuff brought out because that was still in the fridge.
Right.
Or the freezer. And he was like, shit. I don't have any keys. We can't find any keys here. I'm going to have to run home and see if I can find my keys.
Right.
Because I can't get a hold of anybody else either because they're not picking up their phone. Right. I'm like, okay, what do I do if people come through? Because there's supposed to be 2 of us in the store at all times. I mean, I can't take orders just like, I gotta keep everything locked up just in case somebody tries to jump through the window and freaking butt fucks me. I mean, what am I gonna do?
At that point, you just lay back and enjoy it.
So
did I say that out loud?
I'm like, okay. So he goes, you're going to have to tell them that we're closed. I mean, tell them that I'm sick or something, whatever. I mean, it was fun. I came up with a couple excuses. There were extenuating circumstances. Manager was sick. We're under maintenance, so the store was closed.
I'm getting a blowjob in here.
I'm getting a blowjob in here. That last one may or may not have been true.
You know, man, some of those hot little high school bitches work at McDonald's.
But
I'm a teacher, ladies and gentlemen.
short story longer, long story short. Come 3:30, right before we had to switch over for breakfast, one of the managers saw that we called them and got in contact with us and brought in their keys, which was very nice.
It was.
Which was very nice.
For them to get out of bed at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock and, you know, whether they were awake or not, but to do that and then to actually take the initiative to come down to the store. So that was nice. So there are a couple of nice people that still work in places like McDonald's.
Yeah.
That was good. So that kind of saved your butts. You got some
It
keys
did.
and
It was stressful for a while though.
A little bit, I imagine.
Yeah.